The legend of the 10 rings tells the story of Wenwu, a man who possessed 10 powerful rings, granting him godlike strength and immortality. When enemies relentlessly fired arrows, he simply wore a few rings and effortlessly knocked them away. Wenwu leapt from his horse into enemy ranks, defeating entire squads. He then formed an army called the 10 Rings, which quietly expanded its influence across the world over the centuries. Operating in the shadows, they toppled governments and reshaped history according to their will. By 1996, despite having everything, Wenwu felt incomplete. He began investigating Talo, a village filled with mythical creatures and ancient magic, and set out there immediately with his followers. As the convoy entered the bamboo forest, the entire grove suddenly shifted, blocking every path. The vehicle lost control and thanks to the 10 rings, Wenwu emerged unscathed. He ventured alone deeper into the forest and unexpectedly met a mysterious masked woman named Ying Li. She bluntly demanded he leave. Feeling insulted, Wenwu drew his weapon and attacked. But Ying Li easily dodged. Gracefully stepping on a tree trunk, she spun in midair and threw her hat at him. Ying Li performed a flowing martial arts dance that seemed to make water and flowers move with her. Undeterred, Wenwu charged. The two engaged in a fierce battle. Wenwu threw the 10 rings to pull her closer, but Ying Li effortlessly deflected them, twisted his arm, dodged an attack, and delivered a powerful kick. Wenwu countered with his strongest move, sending the 10 rings flying toward her. However, pool of water. After the fight, Wenwu began to see her as someone truly special. Years later, they married and had 2 children, a son named Shang-Chi and a daughter named Xia Ling. Ying Li often told their sons stories about the village of Talo, saying that those with the dragon god's heart could achieve miracles. She then gifted each child a necklace, telling them, "It will help you find your way home if you ever get lost." Now grown, Shang-Chi lives in San Francisco under the alias Sun. As usual, he prepares for work and heads out. The luxury car belongs to a client. Shang-Chi is just a valet, his close friend and co-worker.
Oh my God.
Please get out of the car.
Please, get in. I'll go slow.
He eventually let Katie take the wheel and panic drive a quick lap. At night, they often met friends, sharing funny work stories and reminiscing about when they first met. Everything was fun until their friends urged them to be more serious, find stable jobs, and grow up, just like the typical advice everyone hears from family during Lunar New Year. Feeling discouraged, they left after. Reflecting on this, they decided to spend the night singing karaoke. The next morning, Sun came to pick Katie up for work. As soon as they sat down to eat, Katie was once again reminded to change jobs. Upset, she stormed off immediately, while the elderly woman urging them to marry soon didn't hold back either. Sun simply replied that they were just friends. On the bus, while they were talking, a stranger demanded Sun's necklace. When Sun refused, 2 others held him back. Katie tried to intervene, but was pushed down, losing patience.
I actually did take a little bit of martial arts as a youth. So what up, y'all? It's your boy Claire.
Who are you?
A large, one-armed man appeared. His mechanical arm had a glowing blade. He lunged forward, and Sun dodged to the ground. The man stabbed the floor, cutting the bus's brake line and causing panic. Inside, he slashed wildly, breaking everything. Sun grabbed a laptop from a nearby woman to block the blows, but it was instantly cut in half. The bus lost control and sped down the road. Sun dodged to the side, kicked the attacker into a wall, and rushed forward to regain control. But the man, fearless, kept charging and slashing everything around. Just as he aimed for Sun's neck, Katie smashed a fire extinguisher on his head. She quickly took the driver's seat so Sun could keep fighting. The attacker chased Sun to the back of the bus, swinging wildly and breaking the connection between the sections. Sun devised a plan. He jumped outside and grabbed the roof, but was ambushed from inside. He pulled the man out, and Katie steered just in time for Sun to jump back on top. Sun told Katie to make a sharp turn on his signal. Then he faced 4 more attackers, knocking one down, pushing another to the next carriage, kicking him, and holding him back so others could escape forward. However, Sun was also caught and pinned against the wall. At that moment, Sun gave a signal, and Katie sharply swerved. Sun kicked his opponent backward and launched forward. Just as the bus broke apart, they faced a garbage truck directly ahead. With no other choice, Katie veered into the adjacent lane. Sun quickly saved a passenger who was about to fall out. Finally, the bus dragged for a long distance before stopping. The remaining driver looked at Katie in sheer panic. Sun was shocked to find his necklace had been stolen. He rushed home to prepare for a search for his sister. Still dazed, Katie demanded an explanation. Sun revealed the truth. The attackers were sent by his father, Wenwu. He also had a sister who needed warning. Katie quickly accepted the story and decided to join Yingli's path. After Yingli's death, Wenwu became unstable. He entrusted Shang-Chi to a masked man for training. Every day, Shang-Chi had to punch a wooden post until his hands bled and endure blows in freezing cold without fighting back. Meanwhile, his sister Xia Ling was imprisoned because the Ten Rings army only trained men. However, Xia Ling was very smart and trained herself secretly in a locked room. One day, after Shang-Chi had grown strong enough to easily defeat his father's henchmen, Wenwu was pleased and sent him to avenge their mother Ying Li's death. After the battle, Shang-Chi was badly injured and fled to San Francisco, changed his name, and lived freely until now. Sun told Katie that his real name was Shang-Chi. They immediately traveled to Macau and sought out an underground fighting arena. He said he was looking for his sister, Xia Ling, but the guard denied anyone by that name. As they exited the elevator, Shang-Chi was recognized by an arena official. The video of his bus fight had gone viral online. The man assumed Shang-Chi came to compete and led them inside. In the arena, a giant monster was fighting a man named Guam. After being thrown down, the man formed two spatial rings with his hands, deflecting the monster's punch and winning. Then both the monster and the man vanished through a teleportation circle. Shang-Chi was pushed onto the arena floor, nicknamed the bus guy. To his shock, his opponent was the very person he was searching for, Xia Ling. As soon as she stepped onto the floor, Xia Ling attacked, without giving him a chance to react. Despite Shang-Chi's pleas to stop, she kept fighting. Even when he knocked her down, she quickly got up and struck his weak spot. They wrestled and fell to the ground. Shang-Chi didn't want to fight his sister, so she landed several blows. He tried to explain that their father was looking for her, but Xia Ling remained furious. She recalled the day he left, begging him not to abandon her. Shang-Chi had promised to return in 3 days, but never came back. Remembering this, her anger only grew. She delivered a final kick that made Shang-Chi fall, nose bleeding. Eventually, they calmed down and faced each other. It turned out Xia Ling was the arena's owner. She had left home at 16, realizing her brother would never return. Shang-Chi revealed that his necklace had been stolen. Next, Xia Ling becomes the target, but she insists she no longer needs her brother's protection. Suddenly, the Ten Rings henchmen storm the outside. Shang-Chi helps Katie escape by climbing scaffolding while the attackers chase them, forcing him to stay behind and cover their retreat. An assassin jumps down to attack him. Shang-Chi swings to a lower level, takes down 2 enemies, then swings again and kicks another off. He drops further down, dodging attacks and pushing foes back to clear a path. However, overwhelmed, he is attacked and falls to the lower floor. Katie is spotted and tries to dodge but is thrown out, hanging from a bamboo pole. Seeing this, Shang-Chi rushes to save her, grabbing her hand just before the pole breaks. An enemy lunges and stabs him, forcing Shang-Chi to let go, causing Katie to fall. Luckily, Xia Ling pulls her to safety just in time. She quickly climbs up to assist her brother. Xia Ling kicked one attacker away, then swung down to take out another. Suddenly, a grenade exploded, shattering the glass and throwing her off balance. Amid the chaos, the masked man appeared and snatched her necklace. Shang-Chi immediately gave chase. Just as the man was about to board a helicopter, Shang-Chi caught him. A fierce battle ensued. Shang-Chi dodged knife strikes, grabbed a sword, but was quickly knocked back. The man delivered a powerful kick that dazed him. Recovering, Shang-Chi lunged with a dagger and finally defeated his opponent. As he was about to finish him off, his father Wenwu intervened, appearing calmly and welcoming them home. Upon arrival, Katie was stunned to see a whole staff greeting them. At the family dinner, Wenwu said he had given them enough time to live freely, but now it was time to return and help him complete his mission. He asked Katie her Chinese name. She answered,
Wen.
Wenwu then spoke of the past. A terrorist in the US had impersonated him and created a fake Ten Rings organization. Meanwhile, Wenwu remained deeply in love with Ying Li, even giving up the power of the Ten Rings to build a happy family with her. Since his wife's death, he devoted all his time to researching the village of Talo. He often heard Ying Li's voice calling his name, convinced that the clan elders had separated them and imprisoned her beyond the village gates. Seeing his father growing paranoid, Shang-Chi tried to explain that his mother was truly gone, but Wenwu refused to believe it. He took out 2 necklaces and placed them on the eyes of the Supreme Dragon statue. Immediately, the statue glowed and released a stream of clear water, forming a glowing path leading into the forest the way to Talo village. This path only appears during the Qingming festival. Overjoyed and frantic, Wenwu gathered his soldiers and prepared to depart. He declared that if Talo did not release Ying Li, he would burn the village to ashes. Shang-Chi and Xia Ling spoke out to stop him, but were imprisoned by their father. While Imprisoned, Shang-Chi realized he needed to reach Ta Lo first to warn the villagers his mother's people. Suddenly, they heard a strange noise in the cell. A secret door opened, and Shang-Chi met an eccentric old man named Trevor. Beside him was a round, furry creature without a face named Morris. Trevor explained that Morris was from Ta Lo, grew up with Ying Li, and was brought back by Wenwu from the forest. Trevor said he could understand Morris's language. Morris expressed a wish to return home, but Shang-Chi said he didn't know the way. Morris offered to guide them to the village. Just then, Xia Ling broke through the wall, saying they could escape through tunnels beneath the house. She handed the car keys to Katie. They had 30 seconds to get out, but were immediately detected by security. Two motorcycles chased and blocked them. Katie quickly reversed. An enemy approached and shattered the car window. Xia Ling grabbed and kicked him off his bike. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi grabbed another attacker and stabbed his tire with a sword. Ahead, enemies threw iron wires across the road, but Katie quickly steered to avoid them. They drove to the back gate of the base, which required a gate fingerprint to unlock. Shang-Chi was still struggling with an attacker inside the car when Xia Ling grabbed a helmet and knocked him out. Shang-Chi placed his hand on the scanner just in time, unlocking the gate and allowing them to escape. They barely survived as the car sped into the forest. While waiting for Morris to calculate when to open the path, the group rested. Trevor shared his childhood dream, and Katie admitted she didn't yet know hers. Following Morris's guidance, Katie took the driver's seat and sped into the bamboo forest. Soon, the forest began to close in. Trevor shouted, "Run as fast as you can." Katie made sharp right and left turns, exactly as instructed. Any delay or wrong turn would mean being swallowed by the forest. After the final turn, Katie accelerated full speed. Though the forest closed behind them, they slipped through a narrow gap. They then raced through a waterfall, where the water suddenly hung suspended in midair. The group passed through a swirling water portal into the magical world beyond. Outside Ta Lo village, fiery birds soared, nine-tailed foxes appeared, and countless other strange mythical creatures roamed the sky. Finally, they arrived at a beautiful village. The people of Ta Lo all carried staffs but greeted them warmly. Shang-Chi introduced himself as Ying Li's son, but an old man immediately chased him away. From behind, a middle-aged woman spoke up to stop the man. She introduced herself as Ying Nan, Ying Li's sister. Smiling kindly, she embraced the three and welcomed them. Morris joyfully ran to her. Shang-Chi warned that his father Wenwu was coming with plans to open the dark gate, believing their mother was trapped inside. Ying Nan explained that for generations, the villagers had guarded the gate, empowered by the Great Protector. Their weapons, forged from dragon scales, could cut through even the thickest trees with a single strike. She said many had been lured by voices from beyond the gate. Each possessed the 10 rings, and believed their loved ones were imprisoned there. In truth, it was a dark spirit using its voice to enchant and seize human power. Ying Nan then revealed that her sister Ying Li had asked her to prepare a gift for the two children. 2 sets of armor, 1 red, 1 silver. Seeing Xia Ling closely watching the villagers train, Ying Nan gifted her a new weapon, saying, "Everyone here trains equally." Xia Ling went into the bamboo forest to practice with a new rope, skillfully chopping through each bamboo stalk. Katie also began archery training, persevering through the exercises. Shang-Chi sought out Ying Nan, hoping to learn his mother's martial arts, as she was the only one who had ever defeated his father. Shang-Chi attacked with full force, but Ying Nan caught him effortlessly with one hand and pushed him away. Angry, he charged again, but was thrown aside once more. Then Ying Nan approached, adjusted his hand posture, and together they performed a traditional martial arts form. Instantly, Shang-Chi mastered the movements and even pushed her back. Ying Nan laughed, summoned swirling winds mixed with bamboo leaves, creating a vortex. When Shang-Chi approached, Ying Nan said that Shang-Chi carries both good and evil within him. He must learn to face both to truly understand himself. Elsewhere, Wenwu continued to see visions of Ying Li smiling and calling his name. He ordered his soldiers to prepare to depart early the next morning. Remembering Ying Nan's words, Shang-Chi recalled what his mother once told him: "Look into your heart where both darkness and light reside. Only by facing both can you truly know yourself." He reflected on the past, the day his mother was killed. Enemies came seeking blood from Wenwu, but he was not home. Though young and powerless, Shang-Chi tried to protect his mother and sister. The siblings hid in a room, watching the enemies draw closer. When Wenwu returned, he found his wife dead and bodies piled up. Filled with regret for abandoning the 10 rings, he decided to put the rings back on and took his son with him to seek revenge. Shang-Chi witnessed his father kill each enemy, though the leader escaped. At age 14, Shang-Chi was tasked by his father to kill that leader and avenge their family. Shang-Chi told Katie that deep down he always felt his his father was the true cause of his mother's death. This time, he wouldn't hesitate to kill Wenwu to avenge her. The next morning, the people of Ta Lo donned battle armor and equipped their mythical beasts for war. Katie wanted to fight as well, but Wang forbade her, saying she wasn't ready. The entire village marched out to greet Wenwu's army. Yingnan warned that Wenwu was controlled by darkness, but he ignored her and blamed the villagers for driving Yingli away. He ordered his soldiers to form battle lines and simultaneously fired electric cables at Ta Lo. Many villagers were caught off guard, tied up, and fell instantly. The battle erupted immediately. Shang-Chi and Xia began by taking down dozens of enemies. A bold attacker who approached the sacred beasts was kicked away. Yingnan tried to stop Wenwu, but was blocked by the masked man. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi saw his father heading toward the gate and gave chase. After defeating 2 soldiers, he had to face the one-armed man. He attacked relentlessly. Xia appeared just in time, helping Shang-Chi escape so he could continue chasing their father. Shang-Chi entered and found Wenwu lighting incense for their mother. Wenwu looked down on his son, but Shang-Chi declared he wouldn't back down this time. Suddenly, he was knocked away, kicking Shang-Chi to the ground. He berated him as a coward who only watched their mother die. Then Wenwu left. Shang-Chi tried attacking from behind, but was evaded, pushing Wenwu with a staff and shouting that he chose the 10 rings over his children.
Even if you could bring her back.
Enraged, Wenwu punched with 5 rings into Shang-Chi's stomach, then struck again, sending him into a deep lake. Meanwhile, Wenwu heard his wife's voice calling and rushed to the dark gate, pounding on it. Dragon scales glowing. From a crack, strange creatures began to emerge. Yingnan saw the gate open and urged both sides to unite, but the 10 rings soldiers refused. Suddenly, a monster fell and used tentacles to drain the masked man's soul. The creature continued attacking the one-armed man. Ordinary weapons were useless against it. Only Yingnan's staff, forged from dragon scales, could kill the monsters. Terrified, the 10 Rings soldiers agreed to cooperate with the people of Ta Lo. Katie also joined the fight, wielding a bow and arrow. The number of dark creatures kept growing. Under the lake, Shang-Chi remained unconscious. He recalled his mother's words, "You have the heart of the great protector. Turn everything your parents taught you into your own strength." Opening his eyes, he saw a giant mythical creature below the great protector. The creature lifted him into the sky and swallowed the rampaging monsters. The villagers and their sacred beasts charged forward. Morris ran to find Trevor and discovered he was merely playing dead. They rested together. Yingnan urged Shang-Chi to stop his father immediately. Riding the great protector, Shang-Chi descended and knocked Wenwu back. He tried to reason with his father to regain his senses, but Wenwu remained entranced by the dark call. Using the martial arts his mother taught him, Shang-Chi generated powerful energy blasts as he approached his father. Wenwu threw the 10 rings at Shang-Chi, but this time Shang-Chi blocked them. The two fought fiercely. Shang-Chi gained control of the rings, turning them from blue to red. He recalled childhood memories of his mother playing the flute and learned to fully command all 10 rings. Father and son were now evenly matched. However, Wenwu counterattacked and knocked Shang-Chi away. He aimed a final blow to finish him, but stopped falling himself instead. Shang-Chi collected all 10 rings, then threw them to the ground. He urged his father to return to his children, but Wenwu still hoped to save Yingli. Suddenly, a giant monster emerged from the gate and charged to kill them both. Wenwu pushed his son away and used the 10 rings to save him, but was captured and had his soul drained. Before dying, he passed the 10 rings to Shang-Chi. Empowered, Shang-Chi faced the colossal dark monster head on. At that moment, Xia Ling rode the Great Protector to join the fight. Together, they launched a powerful attack. The monster, badly wounded, fled toward the village. Shang-Chi pursued on the Great Protector. They combined their strength to create a massive water wave, knocking back the monster as it prepared to attack the villagers. The Great Protector soared high and wrapped its body around the enemy. However, before being defeated, the monster's minion brought a soul to empower it. It swallowed the soul, growing larger and stronger. Breaking free, the monster grabbed the Great Protector's neck and began to fight back. Shang-Chi and Xia Ling were thrown off the dragon's back. Shang-Chi caught his sister, but Xia Ling was ensnared by a tentacle. She told him to let go. She didn't want him to miss another chance, but Shang-Chi held on tightly, refusing to let her fall again. He launched himself over the monster's body. Xia Ling threw a rope while the Great Protector held the monster's head. Shang-Chi threw the 10 rings into the monster's mouth. He controlled the rings to pierce its belly, then recalled them, causing the monster's body to explode into pieces. The Great Protector flew flew up to carry Shang-Chi home. They looked around at the scattered bodies. Shang-Chi embraced Katie, who had survived alongside him. That night, a memorial was held for the fallen. Lanterns were floated on the lake to pray for the departed souls. Shang-Chi and Xia Ling also released lanterns for their parents. From beneath the lake, the Great Protector rose, soaring across the sky before departing in a sacred light. Back in San Francisco, Shang-Chi and Katie recounted everything to two friends, who dismissed their story as delusion. Suddenly, a glowing circle appeared behind Katie. The sorcerer Wong emerged, saying he needed to meet with Shang-Chi and Katie. The two left the bar amid the stunned reactions of those around them. The movie ends here. If you enjoyed this recap, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more movie summaries.